Well, hello there, beautiful rays of light. Thank you for joining me on the Hill Spot podcast. I am Nikki S. Salas, your host, spiritual guide, well-being educator, and all-around inspiration giver. This is about promoting healing. We want to promote healing so we can live better. When we are doing better, we are able to enjoy our lives. And how do we do this? We do this by positively affecting the different aspects of the self, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, and the spirit. The spirit loves that. It goes along for the ride. So make sure you subscribe so you can be notified of upcoming videos and life teachings. Thank you for joining me. Peace and blessings. So I got a confession, y'all. As I have said before, in different videos, podcasts, audio, different things I post, the Healing Podcast is, and everything that I am talking of, being of, right, is part of my healing journey. The stories I share, even if guest comes on, it's all about sharing truth, to be an example, to help other people along the way, right? And part of this process of healing, of becoming, is taking on the phase that I am in right now, which is premenopause. I accepted it, y'all. I accepted it. I let her come on in the door. She was knocking on the door. She was knocking on the door. And I was like, hey, she gonna stay out there or she gonna force her way in? Because she was coming in no matter what. Because I feel like the more we resist certain things from happening, especially those things that are not in our control, we are keeping ourselves from very valuable lessons that we can receive in a better relationship. Definitely a better relationship with ourselves, relationship with others, relationship with different things or different people that is in the world, because there's many relationships that we would be in, right? But again, me allowing this phase of life, this chapter of life, this season in was like, okay, come on, sit down, girl. Tell me what this premenopause thing is about for me, because it might be something entirely different for another woman, right? So in this stage, I have learned, you all, about the hormones, right? Those good old hormones that present in my body as being a woman. They are changing. They are ever changing, and it's part of the process. However, premenopause, my sister, which is really a part of me, she has told me, she has been teaching me of how to better manage these hormones. Because for the other premenopausal women or menopause women, first of all, I salute you. I'm here with you in solidarity with you. I stand with you, united with you, and everything that you're going through, and I wish you well with that. But in this journey, of becoming, going into the next stage, is which is premenopause, is pre, right, to prepare me for the next stage, which is menopause, another season, another chapter of life, when I'm gonna learn entirely different lessons about me. But in this stage, again, I am learning how to better manage my hormones, and how certain hormones are decreasing, some increasing, and when they do that, right? So we hear of, or we know of, progesterone, estrogen, women have testosterone as well, but when these hormones are out of whack, and again, that can be different for each person, right? Because we not all copy and paste. What may be going on in Jane Doe's body might be going on entirely different in my body, or Sarah's body, right? Or whoever. We're all are meant to be different. Please keep that in mind, right? And that is the reason why we are to learn ourselves, because what somebody else may be doing in their lives may not be entirely what we need to do and should be doing for our lives to make our lives better. So, in this stage, again, learning about the hormones, my hormones, and how they get better. The hot flashes and different things like that, I have learned that when my hormones are, out of balance, it is because I need to do more of, whether it be exercise, and I am a big component of, or I should say, a big supporter. I am a big supporter. Walking is a component. I am a big supporter of walking. Walking is especially outside, it's not only balancing for the hormones, right? It's balancing for the mind, my mind, and my emotions. But I have also learned that with the imbalance that can create hot flashes, weight gain, and other kind of things that you may hear of, different premenopausal or menopausal women going through, I have learned, you all, it's the alcohol too, for me. Yes, so that is my confession. I am here to tell you that the Nikki of before, the Nikisha of before, throughout my 20s, 30s, early 40s, I cannot say I did not have an issue with alcohol. I've never had an issue with alcohol. Not to say alcoholism or whatever, and God bless anybody that has ever suffered or is recovering from that. I salute you. But to me, again, the issue is knowing the limit, because like I said before earlier, what may be going on, or what may be best for Jane's body, for Sarah's body, for Nikki's body, can be entirely different. We all got to learn our limitations. We all got to learn what's good for us, what's well with our soul. So Jane Doe can possibly have 2 alcoholic drinks, and it might be too much for her. Whereas Sarah can have 5. And then again, that's depending on what's going on with Sarah. That's another like breakdown of that, what's going on with her mentally, physically, emotionally, right? Because that affects us as well. And you put alcohol, food, and other kind of situations, into our mind, into our body, and then we get an action or a reaction from it. So that's the same thing with me. My tolerance has always been low. 2 alcoholic drinks, 3 ounces, can do more for me as far as my levels, my alcoholic levels going up. But with somebody else, it may not, right? So I have learned, you all, that in this stage, this premenopausal stage, to better balance my hormones and keep my body in harmony, I had to give it up. Yes. I got to give it up alcohol. I got to give it up. I got to give it up all the way. And there was, for some time now, I had went away from different kind of alcoholic drinks, whether it be bourbon, whiskey, and so forth, which was a favorite of mine for a while. Then I was like, okay, well, I just drink wine. Wine should be better for me, right? Again, this is what I was telling myself. However, premenopause, my sister, which is again a part of me, told me like, no, nigga, we can't have that no more. And how she told me was the reaction or the actions that was going on in my body each time I was drinking or taking a drink. So the last couple of times that I had wine, I automatically felt heat in my body. And that's another thing I have learned in this premenopausal stage, is knowing when enough is enough. Stop pushing her to her limits. And I immediately felt the flash or the heat in my body rise from my core up to my head. And then the next day I broke out, had a rash on the right side of my face. And I was knowing this for a while, but I just wanted to be sure. And when she told me again, my sister premenopause, which again is a part of me, when it was definite the last 2 times that I had alcohol, which was red wine, and I broke out, had a rash on the right side of my face, I was like, I was like, okay, I get it. You right. I got to give it up. So I am no longer drinking alcohol. I have to give it up. You know, in this journey, I had to give a lot of stuff up, you all. I had to give up, just different practices that I have done for a long time that was not working out for me no more. And that's something that we all have to consider, right? Making sure that we are um, renegotiating our own self interest contracts and making sure that the new contract, is going to be to the best of us, right? Again, mentally, physically, emotionally, and learning myself in this phase, premenopausal stage, has told me even some things of who I was in the past and who I'm becoming for my future. So if I want to live better, I want to be better for myself, and I'm hoping that this is inspiring other women or people out there, that we all have to take count of the things, and we should analyze the different things that we're doing, different things that, or with people we have in our lives, the different situations we're allowing ourselves to be in, and ask ourselves, is this for the best of me? And not to saying this to be selfish or so forth, because I don't believe in that. I do believe in knowing what's best for self, because how can we even be better for others if we are not learning what's best for self? That's how we in turn be an example to others, again, with their healing journey or just being better journey. It is making sure that we are being honest with ourselves, like I had to do with the alcohol, and say, yes, okay, I pinpointed it. Nothing else was too much different that I had did within that time frame that created that heat in my body, made the right side of my face break out, but the alcohol. And I would say, yeah, you right. I had again a conversation with her, premenopause, which again is part of me, and say, yes, you're right. I hear you loud and clear, so we gonna give it up. So I can't have it no more. Can I honestly say, am I gonna miss it? Yes. Yes, I believe I am, because I'm in the beginning stages of it. However, if I want to be better, and I know that's challenging for all of us, whatever we're trying to be better in, the beginning is never meant to be easy, because it's us breaking out of those old patterns, those old comfort zones, but they're needed to grow. And if we want to age well, which I know we all do, right? Because there's a difference between being old, becoming old, and aging. Aging is something that you should allow. Like I said earlier, you shouldn't resist it, because if you want to be on this earth or this planet a little bit longer, that's part of the process. But being old is something different. That's when we stop managing ourselves. We are allowing it to just take us over, instead of saying, okay, I'm going up in age, in years. What can I do to be better? Because I want to live well down here. I want to enjoy my life, right? So yeah, y'all, that's my confession. I wish you all well. Thank you for sharing this time and this space with me. I am Nikki S. Salas, your inspiration giver, your well-being educator, and I just wish you all well. Do what's best for yourself. Until the next time, bye-bye.